So I was just talking about my first homosexual experience. And I was approximately 14 years old, and I was working for my father, who was a furrier in the Fur District in Manhattan on 7th Avenue. And I was delivering lunch for him and his brother, my uncle. And I was in the elevator with an older Greek man. He must have been in his mid-20s, and I was either 13 or 14, I can't recall at the time. And he just emanated manhood, and I could smell him in the elevator, this Greek guy, hairy, dark Greek guy. And basically, I was staring at his crotch, and he ushered me out to the staircase and had his way with me. But believe me, I had my way with him. And it was like, and the romantic that I am, I tried to make a date with him for the next day, and he stood me up. So.
So you were 13, and he was how old?
Probably 25.
Oh, wow. And you had sex with him pretty much in the stairway.
Yeah, I got on my hands and knees and sucked him off.
Wow.
I can still remember him coming and big uncut Greek dick.
So, and from that moment, you pretty much knew that you were gay, or was it a different moment?
At that point, I knew that, although I hadn't had sex with many girlfriends at the time, maybe 4 or 5 girls at that time, around maybe 3 or 4 girls, but I knew that this was the true lust that I was experiencing, and this is what was really turning me on.
And when was it? That was back in...
About 1969.
And how was the gay scene back then in New York City?
It was totally taboo. I mean, that was the same year that Stonewall happened. So, I mean, the gay revolution basically happened the same year that I decided to be gay.
So, in how many gay boys did you know, like, around? How many openly gay people did you know? Like, your age?
None. But the first openly gay people I met my age was in high school. I went to Stuyvesant High School. I graduated there from 73, so I was there from 70 to 73. And there was actually a gay club there. And there was only about 3 or 4 or 5 people in it. And
wow.
I went to the meeting maybe once or twice, but it just wasn't... I had no problem expressing myself. Everybody knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted. I had girlfriends at the time. And the girlfriends knew that I was into guys.
So what would you say to maybe like a 13 or a 14-year-old boy or a girl who might think or know deep down inside that they're gay, and maybe they live in a location where homosexuality is not necessarily welcomed? What would you tell them? What would be your advice?
Okay, my advice, honestly, if they live in the middle of Iowa or whatever, or Russia, like you're saying, where it's completely not an option, like you described, what I would tell them is to move to either New York City or San Francisco or Mykonos or Provincetown and get a job. I mean, I did. When I was, I think, 17 or 18, I worked in Provincetown, which is another big gay mecca. After Fire Island. Right now we're in Fire Island Pines, by the way, which is the premier gay mecca of the world. But I got a job in Provincetown. Get a job, get out, go to New York, get a room, go to school. There's if you're kicked out of your house, go to the Ali Forney Center. And it's aliforney.org, ALIFORNEY.org, and they'll take care of you if you're a minor and you're gay, and if you're kicked out of your house or you just leave your house because you can't deal with it. They'll give you a place to sleep. They'll give you job training.
Thank you, that's great. So this was Robert Feldman, one of the most notorious gay lawyers in New York City. And that was his scoop on becoming true to yourself and coming out with your own personality and owning your life. So thanks for listening, and thank you, Robert.
Thank you. And as they say, as the cliche goes, it's not a cliche, it does get better.
Woo! Congratulations.